Today I'm going to show you how to make this patriotic wreath, except for one premium technique that's part of my paid tutorial. I'll be using the Swirl petal in my design today. I'm not going to be teaching it since it is still part of a paid tutorial until July of 2026, but I will put the link below in the description of this video. Let's get started. First, we're going to make 8 of the outside petals. I'm using a 10 by 10 piece of navy blue poly burlap, and it's cut with a wood burning tool, but you can absolutely use a rotary cutter. It really doesn't matter. Lay your mesh with the curl side facing up and turn it into a diamond shape with the finished edges at the top right and bottom left. Now take that top corner and bring it down to meet the bottom corner. If they don't line up perfectly, that's okay. Just flatten that top edge a little bit. From here, grab the bottom corner and move straight up to the center of that folded edge and give it a slight pull. Now using your left hand, bring that corner down so it sits just about an inch below the bottom point. While holding that in place, bring the right corner down to meet it, again, just below that bottom point. Now turn your petal to the side and about 2 inches up from the bottom, do one scrunch on the right and one on the left. When you flip it over, that's going to give you a nice pucker right here in the center. Now take a 4-inch zip tie and secure the bottom. Then trim off the excess zip tie and any extra mesh. The folded side will be the back of your petal and this flat side is the front. Now I like my petals to have a nice sharp tip, so I'll pinch that top together. And you can see it holds its shape really nicely. If you see any frays, just go ahead and trim those off. And if there's any mesh sticking out at the bottom, even though it won't be seen, I like to clean that up too. Again, I'm making 8 of these petals. All right, let's make the dragon petal. We're going to start with a 10 by 10 inch piece of red poly burlap cut with a rotary cutter. If you notice any frays, don't worry, we'll clean those up later. Lay your mesh with the curl side facing up and turn it into a diamond shape with the finished edges at the top right and bottom left. Now take that top corner and bring it down to meet the bottom corner. If they don't line up perfectly, that's okay. Just try to flatten that top edge a little bit. From here, grab the bottom corner and move straight up to the center of that folded edge and give it a slight pull. Next, fold the right corner over to meet the left, forming a small triangle. Then turn it slightly so your double folded edge is now on the left side. Now, holding on to the top corner, again fold the right corner over to meet the left. At this point, you should have 3 folded edges all along the left side. Now grab a 4-inch zip tie and secure the bottom of the petal. When you measure from the tip of the petal to the zip tie, it should be about 7 inches. Then go ahead and trim off the excess zip tie and any extra mesh. If you see any mesh sticking out the side, just take your scissors and clean that up. Now we're going to shape the petal. I want that tip nice and sharp with a gentle curve. So hold the petal at the base where the zip tie is and pull on the top. Don't be gentle here. Give it a good tug. Then pull on that side corner as well to help create that curve. Now, one last step. This petal is still a little too puffy and I want it to sit flatter on the board. So I'm going to add about a 2-inch bead of hot glue along this inside edge. Press it closed and clip it with a clothespin to hold it in place. Then I'll add a small dab of glue to the other edges and clip those as well. While the glue is still setting, I'm going to pull on that top and side corner one more time to keep that nice curve. And here again, if you see any frays, just trim them off. Then we'll set this petal aside to dry. We're going to make 20 dragon petals in red and 20 in white. For this wreath, we're using a large flower board from Unique in the Creek. I'm going to preload my board with 6-inch zip ties in rows 2 through 4. Now on row 2, I'm going to put my first zip tie in the top center holes and then skip every other space. You could use all of them, but you will need 16 of the navy blue for that instead of 8. Then for rows 3 and 4, I'm going to use the regular holes plus all of the shared holes. So there will be 24 zip ties in row 3 and 16 zip ties in row 4. We're ready to start attaching the petals to the board. To help me keep track of the top, I'm going to add a zip tie using the hanging holes. As you're working, if you see any frays, just go ahead and trim those off. Starting on row number 2 of the Unique in the Creek board, I'm placing one petal at the top to cover that hanging zip tie. Then I'll continue around the row, adding a petal in every other hole for a total of 8. Next, moving on to row number 3, I'll add the dragon petals in groups of 3. Now I want that center petal in each group to sit directly underneath a petal from the previous row. Since my petal points are facing to the right, I'm going to work from the right to the left so each petal lays nicely over the previous one. For row number 4, I'll place the dragon petals in groups of 2. These will sit just below the same colors from row 3, with the tips positioned in between the petals above. Now it's time to add the swirl petals. I didn't show you how to make these in this video, but you can find that tutorial linked in the description below. Now let's make the center for our wreath. I'm starting with a 5-inch styrofoam disc from Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting it down to just under 4 inches so it fits nicely inside the swirl petals. To smooth it out, I'm using a scrap piece of styrofoam to sand the edges and round out the top. Next, I'm cutting 3 pieces of navy blue poly burlap, each measuring 10 by 8 inches. I'm going to layer and stagger these pieces so you don't see any of the white styrofoam showing through. Before attaching the mesh, I'm adding an 18-inch wire through the center of the disc. We'll be using that wire to attach the center to the wreath later. Now I'm taking some floral pins and cutting them down to about 1 to maybe 1.5 inches so they don't poke through the front. Then I'll wrap the mesh around the back and secure it with the pins, trimming off any excess mesh as I go. Now, all that's left to do is attach the center to the wreath, and we're done. If you wanted to create this exact wreath, including the swirl petals, I will have the link below in the description of this video. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Patty Davis. I'm with Crooked Tree Creations, and I'll see you in our next video.